The following is a fan-based discussion. All properties discussed are property of Toei Inc., Bandai, Hasbro, and Subaru Productions. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Tokucast Reviews, episode number 157. Marcus and Jacob here to discuss Ultraman Regulos.
Yes.
Recently, who we just saw for the first time in Destined Crossroads. Mm-hmm. And now he has his own show, and it is a prequel.
Yes.
Which I did not know going into this.
It is a prequel, and Ultraman Regulos' first mission, which is airing right now, is the next thing after Destined Crossroad. Not Destined Crossroad.
Whatever the next chapter is.
It is the Destined Crossroad, because it was the one that we just did before this. Mm-hmm. And first mission is what happens after Diablos and the others get put to that portal and go into Trigger.
And he has been freed from his prison.
Yes.
At the end of the show. Mm-hmm. He's the true master of Cosmo B-Style, and in this, we learn how he learned it.
Yes, he is also a friend of Leo and Astra. Mm-hmm. And we actually get to see Astra, who got captured. I don't really know a lot about Astra because we have not watched Leo yet.
Nope.
So.
Don't know terribly much about most of the shows because we haven't watched them, but...
Yeah, apparently they actually do explain exactly how they got there in this part because Astra is supposed to look like Leo, but he took a lot of damage when their planet got destroyed at the beginning of Regulus. And that's why, because they're twins.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why he doesn't have the crest.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you want to just dive right into this, go episode by episode, or...
We don't really have to. 6 episodes. It's very short.
Sure. No, I meant beat by beat, anything in particular you wanted to touch on first? Because I got something I want to touch on.
I do want to touch on the fact that opening is a copy from a Jackie Chan movie.
Is it?
Yes. Not like the song.
Okay.
But the visuals that he does is a copy from a Jackie Chan movie.
And which one is that? I assume you're pulling it up.
I don't really know exactly which one it is. Somebody posted the other day saying exactly, showing the visuals beside each other. Mm-hmm. I don't really know exactly what the movie is. Mm-hmm. All I know is he's practicing a lot of animal styles in it. But yeah, Sakamoto is apparently a Jackie fan. So
I mean, we have that in common.
Yeah.
Which brings me to what I want to talk about most is this is a kung fu movie.
Yeah, it really is.
This show is a kung fu movie.
Yeah.
And I was not expecting that going in, but it is, if you take a lot of tropes that you see in kung fu movies, you have a stranger arrives at a school and they either have amnesia or they have some sort of, tragic past, and they are taken in by the masters and they are raised there and they are disciplined in that fighting style, and then tragedy befalls the school, and then one of his fellow students betrays him. There's a lot of fights, and yeah, and then at the end, there's a big showdown, and that's this show.
Yeah, apparently the English title is Spiritual Kung Fu, which
for the Jackie Chan one.
Yes, that is. Yeah, I've never seen that one. Some of Jackie Chan's early works before, like Police Story. Mm-hmm.
Was the original was the first Drunken Master before that? Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
I'm not the biggest fan of the first one.
I mean, the second one is like
amazing,
one of the best kung fu movies ever made. But
just fantastic.
But the first one's pretty good. I think
it's okay.
It's nowhere near as good as the sequel. Of course.
Which is weird to say when you think about a lot of things. With Jackie, the further he went along, the better his everything got, really. Not so much his personality, as we learned the other day. The whole thing with his daughter.
Oh, I'm not aware of this.
Yep. I'll say it here, because I'm not afraid to. The dude's sort of a dick. Actually, he just straight up is. His daughter's a lesbian. He disowned her. And then he put out the videos showing his own movies with his daughter. It wasn't his daughter. It was some actress he paid.
Oh. Wow, that's horrible.
Yep. This is why Michelle Yeoh doesn't fuck with him.
We're still allowed to like her, right?
Yeah, she's great. She's
Academy Award winner, the goddess.
She's out here just doing the damn thing, being herself, and I love it. Oh. Anyway, back to Regulus. Honestly, I quite like this. I do think, and this is just sort of an issue with how short it is, the characterization of some people, we don't get it.
Who in particular?
The snake and the crane. They're there.
That's kind of the way I feel about a lot of the characters in the show.
Yeah, but I think them the most.
Because for most of the show, we're focusing on Regulus, and we're focusing on him training at what's the name of the
Cosmo Ginjuken.
Yes, Cosmo B style.
Yes.
I was wondering if the planet in particular had a name.
It does have a name, but
but yeah, we see how because like he crash lands on the planet. He has amnesia. The masters decide to take him in, and they start training him, and they train him alongside what's the name of the Diaz, who we later learn is Diabolos, the absolution in disguise, which he did so he could learn specifically the Buffalo style, which is the Grandmaster is Master Alud, who has because the way it works is they each have like a guardian spirit, a spirit of the planet that they attune with. And whoever they attune with, that's who that's what their fighting style is based on.
Yeah.
And Regulus is very hot-headed. He's very emotional. One of the things they keep telling him throughout the show is, don't let your emotions control you. And then, while he's out for a walk one night, he runs into the Dragon Master.
Well, he was out being angry.
Well,
so he was angry flying. And then he flew into like a cliff or something because he wasn't paying attention.
Right, something like
fell
that.
down, and then he ends up finding the dragon.
My point is, he was like out at night and like doing something, and like he runs into like, oh, there's another master here, and he's like, "Ha, you seem interesting. I will train you, you spunky little boy." And he does.
Turns out to be the brother of the tiger one.
Brother of one of them, and it's treated as like something of a big revelation, but it's not really. We don't really care. At least I didn't. And then
it's a problem with the characterization.
This show is not the most well written.
No.
It does not have the strongest characters.
No.
I like Regulus in this.
Yeah.
Seeing from what little we've seen of him in Destined Crossroads, where we see that, where he finally is like revived and he's like, I am the true Grand Master of Cosmo B style, and he just, starts wasting fools and it looks cool. I did like how they incorporated kung fu tropes into Ultraman.
Same.
I liked it because, like all the tropes that I described before, picture that it's that, but instead of a school, it is a whole planet.
The only thing
instead of like a previous school that was destroyed by bad guys, it was an entire planet.
The only thing they didn't do was the table. But Dawn Brothers did that last year. So I'll give them a pass.
So there's that and the villains. So there is a group of bad guys who are attacking us. The magma aliens, Volcan, Urub, and Lava are the three main ones. My goodness, their designs are stupid.
Yeah.
We haven't talked a lot about aesthetics lately, I feel this is a good time to do so. I really like Regulus' suit.
Regulus' suit is great.
Regulus' suit is good. How do you feel about the designs of the Masters?
They're okay.
I think they're okay.
The heads are designed well. It seems like the body is sort of where the issue lies because the body seems under-designed.
And I can't help but feel if that was by design to allow for greater freedom of movement.
Probably. That makes sense. And I did think about that watching this, and I'm just like, I feel like the heads are sometimes too big.
With Alud, I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
Alud especially. Also, there was something...
A lot of his head is neck.
True. There was also something about his design, the way it was lit sometimes. I couldn't help but feel like it looked like his tongue was sticking out.
Because of the red?
Because there's like a red that kind of like comes down like right down the center, and it just kind of looks like he's going, bet.
Yeah.
Depending on how they light it, it can look that way. So minor nitpick, but that is how I feel. And then you have the magma aliens. One of them whom...
It's an older style. Because I'm fairly sure that they're an older villain.
I would believe that as well.
Which
we may have seen them at some point in prior shows. If we have, I forgot. But the design of the main three in particular
are very underwhelming.
It's the general guy. I forget which one he was.
Vulcan?
I think that was the leader.
Yeah, that was the leader.
It was either Yurub or Lava, whichever the guy was. His costume looked like Rum Tum Tugger from Cats.
It did.
The stage musical
It
Cats.
was very piecemeal.
It has not piecemeal, but it's like the black bodysuit with like stripes, and then he has like a big floofy collar and the fiery orange hair.
And it was just like,
and I was like, I just every time I looked at him, all I could think of was Rum Tum Tugger. I was like, why did you make him look like this?
They weren't the best. Oh yeah, that makes sense. They were in Ultraman Leo, which is what this show is basically sort of a side prequel to.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, aside from the kung fu aspect of it, there's nothing really else that stands out to me.
No, everybody else dies. So you're saying you're like,
yeah, a lot of people die. A lot of people die because but in the end, that's how
Regulus
does become the Grandmaster, essentially the new Grandmaster and the sole heir to Cosmo Beast-Style. Does he get imprisoned in the end? I don't remember.
Yes, Tartar shows up.
Right.
And they imprison him there.
Mm-hmm.
Which leads us into Destined Crossroad.
Mm-hmm. Did you like that Diaz was Diabolos, or that it was like him all along and that he had this evil plan all along? Or would you have preferred if it was that trope we see of like the two people raised side by side, one of them is like progressing faster than the other, and the other is like, I must stoop to underhanded means to fulfill my goals, and then like turns to the dark side.
I would have liked that trope a little bit more than what we got, where we're just, I was doing this the entire time. Mm-hmm. But it's like we also sort of knew that already because of Destined Crossroad.
I mean, to be fair, I thought they were going in the other direction, but then he basically transformed right before he kills Alud and very loudly proclaims to us, the audience, that this was his evil plan all along.
I will say, Diaz's suit was god-awful. That helmet was terrible. How dare they? In my presence.
The helmet's really bad. It also looks... Did it look like too worn out to you?
No.
There was something about like it was like the bends in the neck, like he was moving his neck too much, and they never quite ironed it out.
Well, it was one of those things where it was definitely made on the cheaper side. We'll talk about that again when we get to Mega Monster Battle.
Oh boy.
But yeah, Diaz was it. I think the biggest issue for this was legitimately just the helmet and the face.
His head looks too big.
Yeah, it was too big for his body.
Mm-hmm.
He had toddler body, and I wasn't here for it. So,
yeah. So, anything else you would like to touch on?
Nope.
Because I think that about does it. Overall, not great, but not awful.
No, definitely wasn't awful. Like the things that work definitely work. I think it's just the fact that it all, in all honesty, could have maybe used double the episode length. Because it just felt a little bit too short for its own good, with it only being 6.
I wonder why they did only do 6.
Probably because they were saving up money for the first mission.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're going to do 6 episodes, I feel like this just could have been an hour maybe. Maybe an hour-long movie.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a meeting that should have been an email sort of situation.
Hour and a half, one of the two.
I mean, it's like 6 episodes and they're each 15 minutes each, so...
Not even really, it was like 12 because of opening and ending.
Yeah, it felt longer, though, just because of the breaks in between. But I will say again, it is nice to have the option to watch this on YouTube, directly from Super Aya's channel, and it was nice to have...
Toei, take note.
Yes, please do. I like that there are both audio tracks on the same thing, so I don't have to hunt down a separate playlist. But that was nice. Show, not so much. But I think that'll do it.
Yeah. Next time, we said we were going to do it this time, but this came first. So next time we're going to do Mega Monster Battle.
Yes.
Which we are about to record right now because we watched both.
That we did.
Because they were both short.
That they are, mercifully.
So yeah, let us know what you thought about Regulus in the comments below. Don't forget to join us on all the things. We'll see you next time for MMB. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for watching.